Welcome. That is again the wrong... Why doesn't this work anymore? Okay, welcome. Sorry. There is a bit of an issue with changing to my rights-free music because it is very, very stressful to use non-rights-free music. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Sketching. Welcome. Yeah, let's rock. Thank you very much for that energy. Coming in with so much energy. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, let's rock. So what I want to do today, how are you, Sketching? I think it's your first time in my stream, right? Very welcome. What we will do today is Wanda Maximoff. I tried last time, so normally I had up until now I always drew one picture per 1 week, so in 2 live sessions. But I'm just figuring by now that it is not that exciting for you people to watch me doing the first few stages of the picture. I have done so many times. If you want to look up how I do it, I can tell you there are so many videos showing how I do it. It is not that exciting to see me measuring, trying out all the proportions and stuff. So it's not that exciting. So I have done that before now. I did that the first time last week because I was in the first stream suddenly done. I did not expect that, so I had to do something in the second stream that only fills up the second stream. So I prepared a picture there and it was pretty successful. So so excited. Have you seen what I do before? So this is what I've done last week, for example. I drew her. That was my second portrait on gray paper with white pens and everything and black pens, and I want to continue my journey with white and black pens. So today it will be a Wandavision. So Wanda Maximoff from Wandavision. What I do not have there yet is I want to be careful with spoilers. Not everyone has seen all the episodes, not everyone has seen any episodes. Of course we will be talking about the series, but it should be a little bit in the vein of what happened in the first episode, so nothing really spoiler worthy happens there, if we are frank. Just a whole lot of confusion. So I think we can talk about the first episode, but we should definitely not talk about and definitely not start speculating about what could be going on, because honestly, if you have read the comics, there are some pretty obvious things that will be happening in the future, and we don't want to spoil anything here for anyone. So okay, but hello Liana, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will change into the drawing scene. Did that work? No. So there it is, and I will change, because I have not done that yet, the template. So we are not drawing a Buffy today, we are drawing Wanda. There she is. Done. Let me change that to a size that is appropriate. Perfect. So okay, you see this paper is very unforgiving when it comes to smudges. I cannot get rid of that one. I'm not even sure that I had anything on my fingers. I was not that dirty. Okay, so microphone a little bit closer so you can hear me better. And then we can start, I guess. So what I've learned in my journey about the white pencil up until now is that the pen I used to also start designing this up front, that I won't really use that at all for shading. I'm a bit sad about that, because you can have a lot of control with a mechanical pencil, and it's also always sharp and easy to use. But what I noticed, very much so, is that it is so hard, it is such a hard lead that it is very reflective, not that dark, and it is very reflective. Hard to see, and it has a very different look and feel to the other pencils. Even this, the Mars Lumograph Black, this is also, I think it's a compound. It's lead and something else, I don't know. And it has such a different look and feel on this paper to the mechanical pencil that I do not like to use them together. So we will go in for the shading directly with this one. And also something that I have learned to watch my mouse, that is not visible. Something else I have learned. She does look strange in the picture, right? It is very, so that is one of the reasons why I took it. The Wandavision effect on how things look and feel is very big. And it is great here. I think I love this. I would have loved also a picture where she has a little bit of a more joyful expression, because a lot of Wandavision, and definitely is especially in the first episodes, is about this joy and the strangeness. But I haven't found a good quality image yet. I've done what I want. I was thinking about what did I want to do, but I already did what I want to do. So let me pull this over here. And then we can start, I think. I have to start the recording though. Okay. You hear the beep, right? I think you hear that beep when I start recording for the time lapse. Okay, you see, I have not put up a spoiler. No spoiler. I did not manage that in time. I wanted to put up something on the stream saying no spoilers, but I did not manage. Okay, let's start. Where will we start? We will start in the eye area, because also something that I have noticed is that if you wait too long with the eyes, it also looks very strange to an outside person. So always when I neglect the eyes for too long, you have to watch a very strange ghost staring back at you. So we'll definitely start with a little bit of the eyes. With this picture, you have a strong contrast in the background, actually. A very white contrast from this. How do you say that in English? High contrast of this thingy in the background. And that is very... that makes it a little bit difficult to really decide where you have the whites in the face, because all the face, even the white in the eye, looks a little bit gray. Not a little bit, very gray. And we want to draw with the white. We could actually just take this and go with only black pencil on gray paper, and we would achieve quite well this facial tone that she has here in the black and white image. But that's boring, so we have to in our minds process this picture a little bit and brighten it up. Johanna, welcome to the stream. So glad that you finally make a stream. Welcome, so great to have you here. How are you today? So nice of you to visit. So, I think I will start with the complete eye, not go to the other eye directly. Yelling baby syndrome. Can't hear right now. Okay. Don't you worry. All good. We can chat later when the baby is asleep. You're great. Perfect. I'm good enough. Was a little bit stressful today for me, for my for my normal, a little bit very stressful, but now we have time to draw and relax, so all is perfect. I'm doing things a little bit different today than I normally did, or I changed my approach from now on. Normally I did one picture over 2 live streams. That will change in the future because I thought about it and I thought, okay, well, in the reality, I think the people do not really like to see you always do this basic proportioning, measuring stuff. So I did that before now. So I will probably be now able to do 2 portraits a week. And I can directly start with a little bit more exciting stuff. And as I did start last week with working on gray paper with white and black, I would very much like to continue that a little bit more. And somebody in my comment section was, after they watched my old Wanda Maximoff portrait, I drew some. Hey, Ine, ASMR, welcome. So great of you to join here. Somebody asked for me to draw the Wandavision Wanda, and I couldn't agree more. I was actually already thinking about that. I'm normally not that quick to adapt audience wishes, but in this case I was already thinking about that, and I thought, oh, why not? Let's do that. It would be exciting to draw her in one of the more classic styles that Wandavision brings with it. Again, please, no spoilers about Wandavision. Not everyone has seen it yet, and it is still pretty new. I think we can talk about the premise, so what happens in the first episode, stuff like that. Not about anything big that happens in the episodes after, please. Yes. I don't even remember, Ine, if you were the one. I don't think you were the one that asked for this. But somebody asked for this. I didn't want to take this one, actually. I wanted to take this pencil. I have this extremely great pastel white that is very, very white. But in this case, I didn't really want to take that. I wanted to take the not that white Faber-Castell Polychromos white. Because the eyes are not the brightest part in this. So we don't want to overdo it with the contrast directly in the eyes. It's not glowy, she doesn't have glowing eyes, so we will keep it a little bit more tone it a little bit down. Yeah, as I said, I have already drawn her once, but the outfits and the overall look of Wandavision is so cool and so unique that I was thinking, no, I can do a second one now. It's my second portrait of a person, and I think it's a worthy contender for that. Hey Bob, welcome. Don't you worry. Thank you very much for dropping by and saying that. Have a great watch. So, okay, so so we will already go a little bit more in, bring in some of the details, like the very expressive eyelashes. We'll probably go in there and add on that later anyway, but yeah, a little bit we have to already add in the beginning. So actually I think I made the eye again a little bit small in terms of everything surrounding it, because we have the I have no idea what this fold is called in English. The fold of the eye up here. Let me call it that. It is very strong, and we have to consider that, and we have to draw it, of course, in the right distance. And I verified that earlier how far that should be away, so we will not question that. So I need to add a little bit of size to the other stuff. We'll correct that more later. Okay, so I will have to be a bit careful here how to add the white, because I think I will not do that by my own. How to express this? It was pretty straightforward with Buffy where to put the white. It is not here because, as I said, it looks very gray because of the already black and white picture and the very bright background. So it doesn't really scream here, you need to use white, there you need to use white. I have to do that very conscious. And so we need to be a little bit careful. First eye, we will also shade a little bit down here. And then just a little bit, just a little bit. And then we can go on. Let me put in a little slideshow of stuff I've already done. Okay, other eye. Let's jump to the other eye and do the same there. I like to do that in pretty quick succession to each other, because you need to normally, and also in this picture, not always, but you have to do more or less the same thing, mirrored, also in regards of darkness. Obviously there are pictures where light is very harsh on one eye, one side of the face, and not the other. Then that is a completely different beast, of course. But here also it is very similar also in terms of how dark are the eyes. Even the white in the eyes, which is often very different, is here quite similar. On the left side there is more shadow from the hair. We'll have to look into that also. But overall it is pretty similar. So I like to do that in quick succession, so that it also looks quite similar. There's a similar feel, you know. So let's go in with the really dark one. I already put in too much lead in here. That's a mistake I do sometimes. If you use too much lead of a less black pencil, you can it can be that you block the paper from accepting any other pencil. Well, you think I'm talking strange, that is because I'm not a native English speaker and I'm trying to find my way around your English language. So, okay. There is a very strong makeup, of course, that is pretty indicative of the time period this plays in. I have tried to mark that already, the size of it already here, that I can consider it correctly, because of course also the eyelashes are very, very long and you want to get that right. So you can actually mark that before in this case, because it's not, it is actually like a, what do you call that, like an arrow they draw above the eye. Okay, a little bit of lashes below. But we will go in there again with the not that dark pencil. If you're new here, feel free to talk with me, ask questions. I am here to answer and interact. I will repeat a lot of things. So because I don't know if everybody knows stuff, or if anybody has been here before for certain things. Or for example, I've already said I changed my approach from drawing Stroke Design Studios. Welcome! Yeah. Somebody asked in my comment section for this. I'm not. Did you do that? I don't remember. I wanted to look it up before, but I don't remember if you were that. Somebody asked for the Wandavision Wanda. And I thought, why not? Because I was already thinking about it myself. It is a very yes. You, I kind of thought it was you. So I thought, yes, let's do it. My first request, requested portrait, more or less. As I said, I already was thinking about this anyway, and I needed a little bit of an kind of a scapegoat for doing this, because this is the very first time I'm drawing somebody for the second time. But Wandavision is so special and so different that I thought this is the right one to do it for a second time. Also, you obviously have seen parts of it. Don't, please, in chat, no spoilers. I think we can and should discuss the premise of the series, but not everybody has been able to see it yet, and I would like to give those people also the opportunity to watch the drawing. And also, I do not watch any there are a lot of fan theories out there about, especially about Wandavision now, and I don't watch them. My issue is also I know a lot about the comics, And I have a very clear theory in my head what is happening and what will be happening already. And I want to see the rest of the episodes so uninformed as possible. I wanted to take a picture that is more happy, because the tone is quite happy, especially in the first episode. But I couldn't find very good pictures for that. It's always a question. You always need a certain resolution and size of a picture. And I did not find a good one. And I like the hairstyle in this one. So I thought this will be the one. Okay, so let's go in with the white in the white of the eye. We want it very white, just like on the other side. Don't overdo it here on the white, because it is not, it's not that white. It is pretty much in the shadow. But a little bit of whiteness we put into the eye. She hit herself with a makeup gun. It only looks like that because the rest is not shaded. My issue that I had here, because it's not perfect already, is because she has that makeup there. But the pen I'm using, the Blackstone, it is not that detailed. I cannot really draw two single hairs. Are really difficult to do with it. So this came out a little bit strong. But it will level out with the rest of the face. DM, I'm here to say just hello, because tomorrow is my exam, so that's why I will not be able to enjoy. Oh, so good luck. You will ace it, I'm sure. So go learn. That's more important than us playing around here. Good luck. Have a great exam tomorrow. You will have then all the time in the world next week, or even on Friday already, right? Good luck. Okay, so yeah, this will actually be, I didn't consider that this. Now that I'm drawing this, I'm already thinking about it. It will be a bit difficult to really decide where to put the white, because her face is not that light. It is not that obvious. So I think we will start to focus, or we have already started and focused. We will focus even more on, bye, see you soon, DM sketching. We'll focus on the dark parts. We'll lighten it up later. So the nostrils are very, very dark, obviously. So we will go all in already with that black, and then continue to flesh it out a little bit with a not that dark pencil. So it's not that harsh. Hey Lainey, welcome! I missed you already. How are you today? Bye? Also, you're talking to DM. Hi, bye. I hope you still have a little bit time to stay. So, we are drawing Wanda from Wandavision, and this is the first time I'm drawing somebody for the second time. It's not. I keep saying that it's not true. I did this redemption portrait from Hauntress, but that is not a movie character. Also, I'm running out of good superheroes to draw, so I have to repeat them and find other topics to draw. Other categories. Obviously, we'll probably draw another Loki when the TV show hits. Stuff like that. You're here for as long as it takes. That's perfect. Thank you very much. So it won't take that long, I think. We have already pretty good speed. So no. It's too close, I think. Is that... I don't know. In the picture, yeah, she is really pretty. This is a very fitting time. How do you say it? The style of those years is very well is becoming for her. Is that something how you can say it? I don't know. Stressful day. Words are hard. That words are hard sketching, or that she's pretty. So we have to find out how dark we will draw the nose. And I think we will already, I said we will probably ignore the white, but that's too dangerous for me right now. I think we will directly now put some white on the nose, because that is more or less the lightest part of the face that we have here. And so we will already draw in a little bit of white. And that will be a little bit like a compass for us and comparison point for later. As it is about the whitest part we have, we probably need to go in all in with the real white light stuff, and make this happen. So I need a new one of these cotton swabs. So I don't normally smudge, I do it here because of the white pencil. Actually, it is very very white, and it's dusting a little bit, if you can say it like that. There's always a very bright layer on top of whatever you draw with it, a very white bright layer, and that is always very dependent on the paper underneath, so it always gets a lot of structure just from that, and I try to tone that a little bit down with this cotton swab. Perfect, thank you very much, Sketching. So and the white one is actually very surprisingly well erasable. You wouldn't think that. So welcome, hello, welcome to the stream. So nice again of you to join. Still cannot say your name, I'm very sorry for that. But I'm happy that you are here and join me today. We are drawing, I'm pretty sure you don't understand what I'm saying either, but just in case. We are drawing Wanda Maximoff. And she is the first character that I draw twice. Because oh, hello! How are you today? Because Wanda Maximoff is so a standout character, and Wandavision is such an interesting concept that it deserves a dedicated portrait, I think. And I also think that it is very well suited for the black and white style. As you can see, it is a black and white picture that I'm taking. I did not remove the color, it is black and white, because it is a black and white scene. So I thought it would lend itself very well to this type of style. And I really enjoyed playing with the black and white pens. So I decided we will do this here. I have to train with them because I'm obviously not perfect with them, but it is pretty cool in itself already from the first few tries. And I want to become better and more flashy with them because I've seen so many really cool black and white portraits on Instagram. I want to get there. I want to get on that level. Nebex, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. So great to have you here today. So how are you? So but that looks already pretty interesting, I think. So it is still a little bit artificial, the shape of the white on the nose. We have to do a little bit there. But all in all, I think it's... Thank you very much for saying that. But all in all, I think we're off to a pretty good start. The fun thing is with all this style that they... Rayans, welcome. So nice of you to join today. How are you? The cool thing with this series, with the Wandavision series, and putting it in this context, is that it gets so close to, in style, to when they were created. When Wanda Maximoff was created, the first comics with her came out, and this is more or less a... I think that is already somewhere, this expression in the comics, with her in a costume, and this expression, it is just so right out of the comics somehow. That is pretty cool, I think. Dr. Ashish, welcome. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? Sunday sketches, hey. Thank you very much. It is getting somewhere. We haven't done yet that much, but we are off to a good start, I would say. So we are drawing for the second time Wanda Maximoff, because of the really amazing series Wandavision, which is very current, and I just like the style of those years, and it's so great to see those costumes and hairdos, everything. It is really fun and crazy. Yeah, she has teeth. I'm noticed a trick though that I will try this time. I won't overdo it with the teeth, so I think Nils! Hey, welcome, you found me! Hallo Nils, schön, dass du da bist. Du hast mich gefunden. Das ist cool. Das freut mich. Ich muss ein bisschen hin und her switchen dann. Also ich weiß nicht, wie gut dein Englisch mittlerweile ist, aber da ich hauptsächlich das Ganze auf Englisch mache, muss ich zwischendurch Englisch sprechen. Ich hoffe, du verzeihst. I'm just saying, I can do a little bit of bilingual in English and German, but I try to stay, of course, in the general language, but sometimes I will translate a little bit. So. Ja, dann kennst du ja anscheinend meinen Kanal. Ich male ja Superhelden und heute zum ersten Mal, jemand zum zweiten Mal. Ich habe schon ein Bild von Scarlet Witch gemalt. Aber die Serie Wandavision ist so cool, dass ich gedacht habe, da kann man noch mal ein zweites Bild malen. Croatian, yeah, that's the same time zone, isn't it? I think it's if anything, it's an hour away or something, but that is at least the same time zone, so that is pretty close, yeah. How many languages do I speak? I only really speak German and English, so I can do a little bit in other languages, but really just a little bit, so much that I wouldn't even mention them here now. I am fluent, pretty fluent in English, and I learn every day still something new. Yeah, German is not a very beautiful language. I will try to keep it, to limit it to a certain degree. Nils, Leute hier sagen, dass ich nicht so viel Deutsch sprechen soll, weil ich sonst noch einen Dämon beschwöre. Deutsch ist nicht die wärmste Sprache. Thank you very much, Sadlia Sumaya. Sorry very much for butchering your name. It is quite long. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining today. You mean the language? Nah, German is not beautiful. It is. I think it has a certain style. It has a certain charm. If you like that charm, that is up to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I have learned a little bit. That is something I can tell, but it's really not something I can in any way, shape, or form really speak. And it is a shame. I've done a lot of courses in Japanese, and I should be able to speak and write it much more than I can, and it's really very limited what I can. And I would even argue that I almost completely forgotten it again, everything that I could, and that is a shame. I put quite some time into that. I was already, somebody in the audience already told me that the eyes are too make-uppy, but I think that is part of the era, isn't it? Very, very, a lot of makeup. Very intense eye makeup. So it will be not that easy to find out how much white to put in there. But I think on the lips a little bit is justified. Thank you very much for saying that you love it. Thank you. I've done an experiment at home. I have left only Wanda's eyes visible, and everyone has known who she was just with the looks. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, stuff like the eyes are extremely important, and something we haven't done yet, which I will do right now, which also helps a lot, is the reflection in the eye. I will put the gel, the white gel, right in there. That always gives it also a lot more life. And we can actually, with the gel, we can correct it a little bit by scraping away parts if we overdid it. And then we can correct again a little bit in. So come on. I need new gel pads. No, I will not. I do not want to summon somebody buying me gel pens. I keep repeating that. I'll just try to remind myself. Come on, why don't you? So, okay, we can let that dry, and then it will get easier to correct that. Okay, more around the mouth. It looks very comic-y yet because we need more three-dimensionality. So I personally am pretty good. It was a stressful day. I'm a bit tuckered out, but I wanted to do this live stream and I wanted to draw this portrait. So I'm glad that I'm here with you guys. But other than that, a bit tired. But I will go to sleep early today after the stream. You are so hardworking, man. Sketching. Hope you will get more subscribers soon. Thank you very much for saying that. Yeah, I'm fortunate that I can put a little bit of work into the channel and into the portraits right now. That I have the time to do that. And it is a lot of fun. It's just so much fun. And honestly, it's not all about the subscribers. That sounds a bit corny, but YouTube has changed so much things. So obviously you need the 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. But other than that, they changed so much around the subscribers so that if you are a subscriber of a channel, you do not get everything directly offered to you anymore. If you subscribe to somebody but never really watch those videos, they don't offer them to so much anymore to you. So just by having somebody subscribed, the chances that they actually watch your videos aren't that much bigger anymore. It's just one of a lot of different factors. So it's not that much about the subscribers anymore as it was in the past. Still, of course, everybody wants to get to the 1,000 and even more, and perhaps get one of those play buttons. Fantasies and dreams. So hey, Linies. Lini, I just say it without this. Right. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining today. So we can already. I said this will be difficult to do on a instinctual basis. I draw a lot of my pictures is based on instinct, and not everything about conscious decisions. So I said it would probably be difficult to really decide where to go in with a white pen, but it starts to come. My instinct starts to reach for the white and wants to add some areas here in white. So as I have not done a lot of streams, it's the third stream where I try to get finished in one sitting. Just so you know, I have started already before the stream and have added the because that's not very exciting. I have drawn in the general proportion, stuff like that, because that's always the same and you don't have to sit through it again and again. So I've done that beforehand and now I try to finish it. And if I do not manage to finish it, I will finish up after the stream for the time-lapse release then next week. But you will be able to see everything then in the time-lapse. Also how I drew the general proportions. It will perhaps be more sped up than the rest also. Again, but you will be able to see it. Nothing is hidden. Thank you very much for the support, Leni. So I appreciate that very much. So as always, we will draw a lot of the face, then we will go for the hair, and then that will help us to correct a lot in the face, in shading and stuff. So but I think we are off to a good start. Let's see. I always have to, they look very similar, and it's really a big difference in white. I have to always make sure that I have the right pencil in my hand. Because we won't overdo it with the white here. So I don't want to go in with a very intense white pencil. And also it smudges the other pens a lot. If I draw with the white over the pencil. Thank you very much. That's so kind of you to say. So. This, for example, will get one of the lightest parts in the picture. This will get the pastel one. Okay, so okay, so it is not easy. This one is really not easy, but I'm here to learn. +2 viewers. Perfect. Thank you very much. And watching on TV and laptop. Perfect. So don't forget to give me a little like. Did it work? Did it pop up? I've added a couple of overlays. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah, it is actually the to get the view times up is quite the difficult thing, isn't it? Those 4,000 hours view time, depending on the niche you are in. The art niche makes it a little bit difficult, doesn't it? I don't produce that long videos. If I wouldn't do of course the live videos are very long. The live sittings help very much there. But if I wouldn't do that, Getting those 4,000, it's really almost impossible in 1 year. Hmm, that's good. I think we are getting somewhere. So that one got a bit dirty. That's not so good. Have to be careful. Steffi, welcome. Thank you very much for saying that. Yeah, that is the current state. I pressed my button for my slideshow. Did it work? I don't think so. Now it should work. Of what I normally do. It's my third, if we split hairs, it's my third black and white on gray portrait that I'm drawing, and I'm falling a little bit in love with that. So that is why I needed to do a black and white Wandavision Wanda portrait. I might do a Paul Bettany Vision one too. I've drawn, I think it's in that slideshow. I've drawn one Vision in color. And that was also pretty fun. I don't draw a lot in colors. I do not see all the colors, so I tend to stay away from that, but that was pretty fun still. I haven't experimented with that too much yet, but this is something I have a lot of fun with. So yeah, I try to expand this a little bit, and I will draw a lot with white, black, and gray. Thank you very much for saying that. But I'm learning. I made the channel to learn and expand what I'm doing and did and try new stuff. So I'm happy with my progress. Let me say it like that. So I'm not so happy with this side here actually. This looks a bit artificial, but we're not that far in, and the hair will help definitely. I'm sure about that, but we will see. Okay. So this is one of the more exciting places to decide what to draw in white. and how dark to go with the black. So this white, then we will go a little bit in there and just try. As I already said, it's surprisingly well erasable, the white, so although this one probably is not as good as the pastel one. We'll see. So okay. I think I like it like this. Not too overstated, not an overstatement, pretty subtle. And what you should always put in are the blemishes. Don't think about trying to leave them out and just make them more perfect than people are. Even if they pay for the picture, if you have a commission or something, don't leave something out like this, because it is very characteristic for the person. The I don't know how you call it in English. Beauty marks. I think you say beauty marks, right? So never leave them out, because that makes also recognizable. Okay, that side of the face is pretty advanced, not done. But pretty advanced. Thank you very much. So something is, I'm not, you are here, so let me talk to you about what I think. Something is not right. Something is missing, or something I don't like. I'm not sure what it is. It looks a bit blocky. It looks a bit something I don't like. So to a certain degree you can almost recognize her, but something I don't like. So I'm thinking about if I can find that. This one is an 8B. This is a Mars Lumograph 8B. But the really dark pencil I'm using is the Pianoir 2B. So much more dark, although it is a 2B. It is always important. Something I have to add now is inside of the mouth. I think that could actually be the one thing that annoys me a little bit, that I have not drawn anything inside of the mouth yet. That might throw me off a little bit. Let's try to put that in there. Yeah, it depends. This is also not a normal pencil. The Mars Lumograph Black already also is a little bit darker, a little bit blacker than your regular pencil. if you have an 8B normal pencil, it is not the same kind of black that you create with it. But in this case, I am using, you can see the pencils I'm using for black and white, all of them, I have listed them underneath the Miles Morales portrait, if you want to check those out. I have links there. I'm trying the Amazon partner program, so there is also a link to Amazon, but probably not for your country anyway. But Benze, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. I don't recommend 6B personally, so you always have to try. You have to check it out. You have to see what is best for your style. But what I am usually using is more in the veins of I jump normally from 2B to 8B directly. I use the 2B for a lot, and then I'm very careful and light with the 8B, but everything you probably somebody would draw with a 6B, I would do with an 8B already. So I like to go really in terms of contrast, to have a lot of contrast, and I like to do that with really soft pencils. And so I would go directly to the 6B, but you have to try it out. If you're right now working with a 6B and it works for you, that's perfectly fine. Everybody uses the materials differently, and I'm neither taught nor an expert, so if you're using the 6B, no reason to throw them away. But for me, how I am using the pencils, a 6B doesn't make too much sense. I have a 6B here, and it's very seldom that I'm using it, because I directly always jump back to the 8B already directly. Thank you very much. She is getting somewhere. She also looks a little bit older actually than in the original, what I'm doing here. We have to see what causes that and perhaps fix it. I was talking about, I didn't finish that thought, I think, Lainey, when you said about the teeth, and that I don't really like to draw teeth. I don't. Teeth are horrible to draw. But what I did find out is that with teeth, you just have to be really careful how much work you also put into them. So if you overshade them, try to... Oh, camera's gone. Give me a second. We will bring the camera back. Battery warning. I have to put the battery pack on. Give me a second. And we're back, but we are on the head. So let me fix that quickly. Give me a second to get the... Where is my... Oh, there it is. The battery pack. We don't want to lose camera in between, do we? Okay, so that should work. And record again, because recording stopped. Good thing I caught that. Okay, so as I said, if you work with a 8B, if you have a 6B, Lene, if you have a 6B and work well with that, I would actually consider and try to find the blackest pencil that you can find and use it together with your 6B. So as I said, this is not the darkest I go with an 8B. I'm using the Pierre Noir 2B, which is, it's called Blackstone. It's not the end of, you don't necessarily have to do it, but what I want to say is you can always go darker, and if you have something for the really dark places in addition to a 6B, that's also perfectly fine. That also works very well. So if you have something that is even darker than an 8B and you do most of your stuff with a 6B, and then you go in with a really dark one, you can draw really great impactful portraits with that. So it doesn't have to be the 8B. Shop around a little bit, look around what you can get, what they have. If you can find something that can help you achieve a certain level of contrast, because that is why you go with darker pencils. You want to have a certain contrast. And if the 6B works for you, that is perfectly fine. It also always depends on the brand. I have this is a regular 6B. Let me show it to you like with this. So it is not just the strength. So this is a regular 6B, normal pencil. If you have the regular normal pencil 6B, this is how it looks. You see, it is very reflective. Also, this is a regular 6B pencil. And then you have, for example, the Mars Lumograph Black. There are other, I don't get money from Stella, but that is the brand I'm using. And this is their 6B. It is more expensive, but it is it is darker. It doesn't reflect that much. You see, if you get something like that, a 2B could help you more than a normal 6B, because you can go blacker, darker, less reflection. And then if you have something like this one, this is just the best. I haven't found anything better. It is really black. It is matte. It is just a void. I love it. And if you have something just for the accents, just for the very dark parts like this, you can perfectly work with your 6B. It is shiny, isn't it? Especially, it looks extra shiny for some reason on the gray paper. It's not that bad on white, but that is why a 6B normal pencil is completely a different beast than the 6B Mars Lumograph Black, for example. So don't just go out there with the expectation to get an 8B, because that in itself doesn't say too much. What do you want? Do you want something really black? Then you also have to get some kind of not a regular pencil. Then it has to be something like a compound, like this one is. The paper I'm using here, the gray one, it is just actually I looked it up on Amazon and I just bought it. It is quite thick. You can actually see all that information. I described that all in depth in my Miles Morales video. If you want to check that out, if you haven't seen it yet, take a look at that, because I talk about it and also list the paper. You can look at it then on Amazon yourself, the description, everything. So I talk about all it is 220 gram, yeah, so it is quite thick. I talk about the materials I'm using on gray here in detail in that video. That might be interesting for you. And I have links to Amazon down in the description there. Okay, so I should drink more. Yeah, do that. I show really every single pencil I'm using, also the white ones. and tell you a little bit about that. If that's still not enough, just ask in the comment section. Come visit our Discord server if you want to. There's also a section to ask questions and ask for advice. It's not that lively yet, but we're getting there. We're building our small community. So, will there be a Comic-Con character drawing video? What do you mean? What do you mean with that? You want me to draw comic characters? I've done it a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, we bite a little bit, yeah, but also only on request. Something also makes this pencil look a little bit like hair right now. It looks like she has a hairy... I'm not happy. Something is really bothering me. But we continue for now. Keep that for later, for fixing. Perhaps it vanishes if we go more into other stuff like the hair. So Marvel Comics character. So you mean real comic drawing then, not just the real life person, but also the comic drawing. I'm not that good at comics. So that's normally not what I do. So I've tried a little bit. I have dabbled with that in for certain characters. Like I've drawn, as you perhaps have seen, a video game character, Rasputin from Psychonauts. I have drawn now, which is kind of comic, Miles Morales from the animated movie Into the Spider-Verse, which is a really good movie. I'm not that big in comics. I probably will more branch out into other directions in terms of topics. Less comics, more other topics, but I will probably stay with the more realistic non-comic portraits. So I have drawn a lot of Marvel movie characters. I don't know if you have seen them on my channel. So I have drawn Thor, I have drawn Captain America, I've drawn Black Panther, Hela. Here, let me show a couple of them. There should be a slideshow now starting with a couple of characters that I have drawn already on my channel. There, Ant-Man. So I have drawn a lot of them. I don't know if you have seen those. Yeah, Joker from DC. So there are a lot of Marvel movie comic characters that I have drawn. But if you're asking for real comic, that's probably not something that I will go into too much. So something I don't like. Something is really creaming my corn. could be that I don't go dark enough with the general gray. That I should increase the contrast more on the dark side. That could help. But we can fix stuff like that later. So. I always get a little bit more quiet when I'm not happy. So if you have questions, just fire them. I hope the hair will help. A little bit on the the eyebrows, also always very important. I sometimes really forget them to draw them in, which is also a big factor that will help. I think might also be something that throws me off with this one. So that helps, I think, to a certain degree. So let's see. It already helps also. Not perfect, but better. So are you guys still editing, Lainey, or are you done for the day? Perfect. Least still working on it because I say I'm done. He's still busy. So Yeah, I don't go into comic territory more. No, I probably will do something like that. I will probably at some point I will go into drawing comic style, so really old Golden Age, Silver Age comics. But I'm more of a realistic portrait person. So it will probably be an experiment that I will do once or twice. I won't start doing that regularly, I think. Creativity with Nabia. Nabia, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for saying that. This is what we are working with right now. I think it will look better with hair. It looks a little bit like the Munch's scream, you know. This. But it is a little bit of the face shape because of the hairstyle she has. So that might something that really also annoys me a little bit right now, but it is the hair. We will add the hair and then it will all be better. We just have to believe that. Lee, welcome. Hey, how are you? So very good. So relax a little bit. Come into my humble abode. Watch me draw something and just relax. Put your feet on the couch. Hug the dog for me and just relax as I try to save this picture. Yeah, I'm okay. Busy day for my usual days. But now that I'm with all you guys, everything is perfect. Couldn't be better. Beginner English. Hungarian. No worries, mate. I'll try to answer then a little bit slower. If that helps. I'm also not English speaking. I'm not a native English speaker, so no worries. Take your time to answer. Otmio, welcome. Welcome, cat. The cat is in the building. How are you? So nice of you to visit me. We are drawing Wanda from Wandavision. It is still a little bit edgy. It's still very. I'm not too happy. Let me draw in now the hair, which I, as so many of you know, hate to draw. But we have to, and I think that will help also a lot. So let's directly go in with the real black here and start from there. Kind of feel like starting with that contrast here will help us a little bit get grounded. didn't see too much new videos of yours lately, Cat. I just call you Cat. So I thought something like that. I was wondering why there weren't that many videos lately. So welcome back. YouTube did miss you. Pretty face. You're too kind. Yeah, I'm not. Something's really bothering me with this one, but I think it is the shape of the head without the hair on it. It just looks a little bit like Monk's scream, and that does not make me happy. So I now am adding the hair, hoping that it will get better. So we will do a little bit of highlights with the white also in the hair. But just a little bit, because she has not really, she's not blonde, she's red. So yeah, I changed my streaming time. So I am streaming in your morning, so you can watch. I normally have streamed in my morning, and I think you would not be able to stream to visit the stream there. So glad to have you here. Yeah, the medicine one, I'm very happy with how that turned out. Also the video, it was such a fun thing to do with having that song. I just asked her if she wanted to do it, and I asked her if she had something like a more introspective song, something personal about her, also if they already had something. And she came up with this song, which is quite old, I think, one of her older ones, but it just worked so well with a portrait. So that was really fun to do. And a very interesting, I'm always thinking about how to do some collaborations. I haven't done that many. That is an interesting one. I like the concept. It just came to me because I am drawing a lot of, I have drawn a lot of other content creators, but those were then gaming streamers mostly. And I was just thinking, why not combine it with music when I was watching one of her videos? And she directly jumped on it. I just commented it if she was interested, if she could see that. And she directly jumped on it. And then we pretty quickly produced what we produced. Shading is not easy, Benze. Is Benze, do I pronounce it correct, or at least correctly enough? I hope so. Shading is not easy, so that when you draw comics, depending on the style, you don't have to shade that much, right? So if you are talking about Steve Ditko and Stan Lee, the old styles, it is the color is not that shaded often. So that is easier if you are not that good in shading it. But just practice. My first portrait did not look like this. Just continue practicing, just continue drawing, and you will get where you want to, and just challenge yourself with shading. This is new for me. I have not done that this much with white. I've never done anything with white. This is my third portrait. Just Move along. Just add new challenges, new stuff, and you will get where you want to go. So we will add a little bit of white, not too much, but just so to show that it's here. There is light that plays in the hair pretty. Oh, we will go with the real white, with the white. There is light that plays with the hair, and that directly also will increase a lot of the contrast. But we have to be careful with it because she is a redhead, standing in the shadow. She's not blonde. So, yeah, it's getting somewhere. We have to go all in again with the black here. So, good. Then we have the shoulder part, which we will not draw too much, but I always like to just show that there is more of body than just the head. We're not talking about a floating head, so we need to show that a little bit. But other than that, can go back into drawing hair because we love that so much. It is, right? I think it works pretty well. It is. I'm drawing the hair a little more strainy. It's not the word, I think. You can say. I'm drawing it a little bit more. The strands are not that detailed and stuff like that. It's different than I normally draw the hair. But with this pencil and this paper, the way I do it right now works pretty okay. It is feasible. I think it works. is acceptable. Altek, welcome. The Discord. What do you want to say me with the Discord, Leni? Ah, there's something, the group where you can talk about art. Facebook, Instagram. Yes, exactly. There is something, and that is our Discord. I don't know if you know the app Discord. You can have it on your phone or on your PC. And then you can join our Discord server and you can show your pictures there. We have an area where you can show your pictures. If you want to see let me try to post the link. Let me see if that works. For some reason, I don't think it does. Always when I try to post a link, even if I do that, it's my stream. Why doesn't it work? I have no idea. So let me try. But even if this does not work, it should work. So that is our Discord. There we talk about art, we show pictures. So if you want to join that, you are very welcome. You can show your pictures there. So welcome, Altek. How are you today? I hope you are well. Thank you so much for joining today. So yeah, it is kind of a day like that, isn't it? A lot of people are a bit tired today. I think it's in general, quite stressful day. I think we're done with that side of the head for now. Let's try and introduce a little bit on the other side, because we are also already streaming for a long time, aren't we? Almost 2 hours. So we will have to find an end somewhere. We're not quite there yet. So just Altek, sit back and relax. Enjoy a little art. You have earned a little bit quiet. Just fall asleep and don't change the channel. So we will go in here, I guess, and just draw a little bit of dark strands. I'll take it over with a not that dark pencil. And then we will turn it around a little bit to make it easier to access for me, which makes it a bit difficult to translate. I think it's too dangerous to do something wrong, because I'm trying to move very close to her hairdo here, the original, so might not work out that well if I just don't look. Before the oh, you're traveling. Okay, then don't fall asleep. Just be careful. So is it also here in Germany? It is in certain areas extreme levels of snow that we normally don't have. So there's just chaos in some areas. Is it fine where you are? Do you have to be careful with train stops, and if there are no redirections or whatever? I hope you travel safely. So we have to be a bit careful not to go too dark, because we are drawing on gray. So the gray itself is a color we have to consider. As a color, if you know what I mean. Also, we still have to add a little bit of white, because white is also a color that we work with. For example, here, down here, we have the most color in the hair, probably. Light reflection that we cannot ignore, to add a little bit of white there. The same over here, but I have to make sure that I first understand really the general darkness around better, to place the right white strands of hair. So tons of snow, yeah. No snow here. We're at Altec. Okay. That is good. So nothing that will stop your travel. Yeah, I like to see snow through a window. I'm not a very big fan of snow. Of cold. I like cold. Snow. I don't like cold. Okay, a little bit white up here, but not too much, just a hint of white. Welcome back! So we are almost done for the day, although. So we will add a little bit more shading down here. But you've managed to do a lot. So we have been able to do the basics, more than the basics. We only have a little bit of corrections in the face to do, a little bit corrections on the hair, stuff like that. A little bit we will still do today, but the rest will be done, if anything, before the next time-lapse video release. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for saying that. I am getting happier with it, I have to say. I'm drawing a little bit out of bounds, aren't I? You can't see everything. Okay, so glad to have you there, Benze, don't you worry. And it is easier there than with the English when we are writing, and you can take your time, isn't it? So I will have to verify a couple of things here in the picture after the stream, if I'm happy with everything. Still not 100% convinced with everything here, but we will find out what we have to fix, where we have to correct things. So okay, but all in all, we have been able to manage to do a lot today, I would say. There might be a couple of highlighting I have to do, consider. to make it pop more. Because it is quite light on the highlight side. Quite light on the highlight side. It's a nice sentence. Okay, so, but other than that, not 100% happy, but I think it has a reasonable status to call it quits for today. So if you are new to the channel, I am not able to finish a picture normally in one sitting, not only because of time constraints, but also because if you look at a picture for a long time, you start to not see anymore the faults and mistakes you have made or what you still have to do. So doing something really just in one sitting is normally not a good idea. Anyway, so I will be revisiting this picture on my own, but you will be able to see the end result then later in... You mean these? Yeah, they are pretty good for a little bit of smudging if you don't want to use your finger. I release the complete process with everything also that I've done outside of the stream then in a time-lapse video. And for today's live session, we will release the time-lapse video on Monday. So you will be able to check out the complete time-lapse and the final picture then. I will also release it on the Discord, and normally I also post the picture on my Instagram, so visit me there. And or the how do you call it? Twitter. If you want to see all my let me quickly watch. If you want to see my complete social media accounts, I have a link tree which I cannot find right now. Give me a second. I will check it out in my own video. Okay, wait. So let me post my own link tree. Shouldn't take this long. I haven't played around with the link tree for long. I just edited it. Thank you very much for saying that. So if you want to... Ooh, that's long. Why is that so long? I know, that's wrong. Copy. If you want to follow me on any of the social medias, there you have the link tree where you can find all my accounts. I also have a TikTok. I don't think my TikTok is on there, but I also do not use that much. So if you want to check out any of my social channels, connect with me there. Please feel more than free and welcome to do so. I'm still growing on all of them. I should add a little bit of darkness. I can add that while we talk. Yeah, and as I said, visit our Discord. There we have a whole little community starting to grow. It's still not the most active one, but we will get there. And if you come and join and show your work there, I have even an area where you can advertise your own videos if you're also a content creator, as a lot of you are, so others can check you out. So come there, join us, and that's the easiest way to connect with me also. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining today and spending time with me. I very much appreciate it. And the next stream is tomorrow, day after tomorrow, same time, so Friday. I hope you will all be there, and see you then, and goodbye. Have the greatest evening or day wherever you are.